Good evening, everybody. Who are guests this evening? Just this one lady. Okay. I'm sure we have more guests on our live stream, I hope. So good evening to everyone out in South Africa, wherever you may be. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes with you. I'm very good at keeping to my 35 minutes, so I don't waste anyone's time. Good meeting is a short, sharp meeting. This is our intro presentation, so really what it is a business proposition. It is a proposal. Hopefully by the end of the 35 minutes you're able to make a decision about our business. I hope so. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, DuePoint is a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been around for a very long time, nearly 70 years. I'll touch on Constantia towards the end of the presentation a little bit more. Suffice to say that DuePoint is about 3 years old. So we're just over 3 years old. We were founded in February 2016 when a number of factors came together that the founders considered, some of the aspirations that the founders had in forming this business. Number one, economic and risk factors, that is to serve the necessity of South Africans. So you are watching this presentation out of necessity, right? You are hopefully not here for the tea and cake. No, there's no cake tonight. For the tea and coffee. You're here because you're interested in making additional money, right? So that's the business that we want to get down to. That is what the opportunity that lies within DuePoint holds for you. Social entrepreneurship, this is the way we believe we can have social impact in the community and the country that we work within. As a business, typically in the past we would just advertise and market with other companies to get business. But through DuePoint, what we've decided to do is extend an opportunity of entrepreneurship to members of the public like yourselves to help us build this business in South Africa. And if we're able to create what we call channels of distribution together, well then we will be successful in building the DuePoint brand in South Africa. And there are a lot of benefits waiting for you if you're able to do this. So for yourselves, your mandate is to go out and build a channel of distribution. I'll show you what one looks like shortly, but it's basically you connecting people to our business. The benefits that await you are, number one, you get to create additional income for yourself. This is very important. But more importantly is the nature of the income. So there are many different types of income that you can pursue in South Africa, but we believe and we know that recurring income or annuity income or passive-based income is the most attractive type of income that you can attain in South Africa. Why? Because it rids you of time constraint. The ability to make money out of an asset rather than your activity. Employment is activity-based income, right? And if employment was the answer to all our problems, you wouldn't be here tonight, right? Unfortunately, we've got all these risks attached to employment. And even small and medium businesses are tied to activity-based income. So if you become sick and you can't work, your income ends. If you get retrenched, your income ends. When you retire, your income ends. When you die, your income ends, right? So how are we able to mitigate all that risk? We do it through recurring income. Power duplication is your opportunity to go out and build a team around you to help you build a channel of distribution here at DuePoint faster, right? Exponential growth lies in the leverage that power duplication offers you. And so you can increase your recurring income exponentially. So that's certainly a benefit you want to take advantage of. Our business is very flexible in the fact that we are very technology forward. Here at DuePoint, your DuePoint app allows you to build your channel of distribution anywhere in the country at any time of the day. There's no startup capital in our business, so there's no starter kits that you have to buy. There's no boxes of product that you have to spend money on this evening. No one's going home with a boot full of products tonight. We've designed the business to have a very low barrier to entry. In other words, to have very little risk so that you're able to try DuePoint, right? Because there's this requirement, the step of faith required from you this evening. But we remove so much risk out of it that you don't have to fear losing anything if you decide to take a step forward with DuePoint. At the same time, we don't have any qualifications or experience requirements. Most importantly, you get to build an asset with DuePoint, right? So this is something that many of us never ever get to do in a lifetime, is to create an asset that creates income for ourselves. But at DuePoint, you get to do that because the channel of distribution that you build here at DuePoint is treated as a legal asset that you have tender over. It means you have ownership over your channel of distribution. It means you can sell it. It means it doesn't stop paying you if you get sick and you're stuck at home or in hospital. It doesn't stop paying you if you get retrenched. It doesn't stop paying you when you retire one day. And it doesn't stop paying you when you die. You get to pass your asset onto your beneficiaries, be it your spouse, your parents, your children, whoever you leave behind, and you are able to actually pass wealth onto the next generation. And so I always wonder whether people, or why, the large majority of the population are happy just to cling to employment and do nothing else for themselves. But what does employment give us? You're going to work 8 hours a day for somebody else for 45 years. So then why do only about 5% of the population are they able to retire? The rest of us, 95% of our population, aren't able to retire. They can't afford it. They all worked 8 hours a day. They all worked for 45 years. So why do we cling to employment? Why are we not chasing the ability to build an asset that pays us out income? And so that's what I hope the decision is that you'll make this evening. And then finally, there's no selling involved of our products. You don't have to worry about any of that aspect of selling. That's my job. I will tell you about our products. I will tell anyone that you connect to this business about our products. So that falls out of your mandate completely. That's not your responsibility. That's great. People don't want to have to sell product on the weekends to people, right? That's the way old businesses used to work. This is a new business. We are forward thinking. And so we've removed that responsibility from you. All you have to do is connect people. All you have to do is convince someone to sit down for 35 minutes and watch this presentation. That's your only job. I will do the rest. Our business will take care of everything else for you, right? Including the distribution of our financial products. So we make the business as convenient as possible, but your success is your ability to go out and connect people and start building a channel of distribution. So it begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner. Now you go out and speak to people. In this example, you've spoken to, I don't know, maybe you spoke to 10, 15 people, but 5 decided to join you. They decided to become wealth engineers and product owners here at DuePoint. And that is where the power duplication begins, because once you connect other people to this business, your channel will take on a life of its own. Because those 5 people will go out and start connecting other people. Because they want to build their own channels of distribution. But what they do is they actually start collaborating with you. They start helping you build your channel of distribution. And after time, this is what your channel could look like. Every single dot is a product owner here at DuePoint, affording you income every single month, right? And you're at liberty to grow your channel every day. Your channel can grow every day. Your income can go up every single day. So this is what a channel of distribution looks like. This is your asset. This is what pays out recurring income in our returns program every single month for all our wealth engineers. So how do we pay out wealth engineers in the returns program? It is based on a figure of R27.50 that we pay for every single product owner in your qualified channel, right? But it's dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So the closer the product to you, the more you earn, and that starts to fall off as your channel grows. So people that you connect personally will always fall on what we call your first point. On your first point, you can see you earn 55 Rand for every product. So we pay you double that R27.50. So if you had 10 people, you're earning 550 Rand every single month, right? Then as those people go out and connect other people, that product lies on your second point. And on your second point, again, you earn 55 Rand for every product. So if you had 100 products on your first and second point in your qualified channel, you'll be earning 5,500 Rand a month. That's 60,000 Rand a year in recurring income, right? And then your channel will carry on growing, the third point to the fourth point, all the way down to the 8th point, by which point you're earning 4% of the R27.50. But what's important to note is that we don't limit the size of your channel. There's no limitation to the size of your channel. We've got wealth engineers beyond point 30 already in our business, right? Your channel will carry on growing with time. You actually can't control it. You can accelerate it and you can slow it down perhaps through inactivity, but it'll carry on growing. We've got lots of wealth engineers that have come and gone in our business, and their channels are still growing and still growing and still growing. In our last financial results, we highlighted 1 or 2 people that had been with us for 6 months. Come and gone. The one lady's channel, she's had 8,000 people come through her channel already. She doesn't even know it. She's doing something else. right? Another individual, also 3,500 people in his channel. He's not aware of it. Your channel will grow whether you like it or not. If you want to accelerate it, if you want a strong channel, bring in more people on your first point. It's as simple as that, right? People still want to understand, well, how much money can you make at DuePoint? How quickly can I become rich at DuePoint? And how much effort is required to build a channel of distribution? So we built a projection, a 5-year projection when we launched this business based on a lot of data that we had. And it's turned out to be a very realistic projection of what you can expect based on this premise of activity. The premise is that you connect 2 people to your business, to your first point, every single month, right? So it's only 2. You can do that in one weekend if you want, easily, right? You can do that in a day. But we only built it on 2 people a month that you connect to your first point. And if you can do that consecutively every single month without fault, at 6 months you'll be at about 2,500 rand. Right? So I always look at people's faces, 2,500 rand, no one looks, they don't even change your expression. I say 2,500 rand to you, everyone's waiting for the number to get bigger. The number better get bigger, otherwise I'm leaving. Right? But one of the lessons that we want to impart at DuePoint, our business is about wealth creation. Right? Wealth creation is not actually about just giving people money. It isn't. It goes hand in hand with educating people about wealth creation at the same time. You look at lotto winners, fascinating study done on people that win the lottery, and they win millions, tens of millions, some win hundreds of millions. They all lose it. In the first 3 years, 36 months, the money is gone. If it's 200 million, it's gone. If it's 500 million, it's gone. In South Africa, the UK, the US, it doesn't matter. Why? Because those people haven't changed their thinking around wealth creation. They still live in the old paradigm, right? And that's what causes them to lose money. And so here at DuePoint, if we're truly about wealth creation, we have to get people to think differently about money, right? And one of the first lessons is for us all together to aspire to becoming debt-free. Because I know everyone's indebted. Everyone's indebted, right? Get rid of your debt. If DuePoint starts paying you money every single month, you can choose to either go out and spend it. So now suddenly you're wearing nicer shoes. You can tell everyone, look, DuePoint's paying for my nice shoes every single month. Or you can choose to take that money and leverage it the way banks leverage money. You want to be on the good side of compound interest, not on the bad side. The banks are never on the bad side of compound interest. They're always on the good side of compound interest. As consumers, we're on the bad side of compound interest in the form of debt. Get rid of your debt. Pay your debt off faster. Right? There is value in that. If you really want to become a wealthy person one day, you've got to get rid of your debt. Right? Use DuePoint to leverage that for yourself so that you can become debt-free faster. At month 12, you're earning nearly 9,000 rand a month. You see how quickly that escalated? After 2 years, you're close to 30,000 rand a month. After 3 years, you're close to 50,000 rand a month. After 4 years, we're going to get close to 70,000 rand a month. And still doing 2 people every single month consecutively onto your first point. After 5 years, 60 months, you'll be close to about 85,000 rand a month. Want to buy a house in Greenstone? You're going to need a lot of money. Right, Francina? That's where you've got to be. It's 5 years. Our business is only 3 years old. Right? 3 years. Business is still a baby. When we look at starting any business, we only plan to be profitable after 5 years. Yet why as individuals do we get impatient after 3 months and say, oh, this business is not working? We do that, right? You need to have a long-term plan in any business. Otherwise, you'll find that you just do what you've been doing the whole time, jumping. Jump, 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 jump. How long do people ever stick to something for longer than 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? People don't do that, right? If you can stick to something consistently, you will see the results. Okay? You might say to me, that's nice, Rob, that's nice academic. It's academic. It's a nice formula. The number's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It doesn't mean anything to me. And so we bring individuals up onto stage every single month so you can see real people doing this business. Some might be building slower than you want for yourself. Some might be going faster than you think is possible. Right? We've got a broad spectrum of wealth engineers. They've all come up onto stage. You can go look at all the testimonies. They're all on YouTube. Every single one since day one. Go watch them. This month we invited 2 wealth engineers up. Peter was the first gentleman up. He's been in the business for the full 3 years, and by his own admission, he's been active and inactive and active and inactive. So not consistent at all. Nevertheless, we've paid him 72,000 rand in those 3 years, right? He's got 16 people. So he's put 16 people on his first point in 2 years, right? The 16 people have helped him build a channel of 11 points with 231 people in his channel. Then we've got Francina, who's sitting in the front row here. She wants a house in Greenstone. I live in Greenstone. I didn't know she wanted to be my neighbor. And houses are expensive in Greenstone, right? We're talking 3.5 million at least. Okay, so Francina knows what's needed of her. Francina's monthly return has exceeded 6,000 rand this month. She's got 19 people on her first point. Her channel's 4 points in size, 133 people. When Francina hits 3 years, you will see she will have big numbers like Peter, and I think even more that we would have paid her, because Francina's here every day. Every single day. You don't have to make an appointment, just come, Francina will be here. Right? I joked at Tail Tuesday, I thought we had hired Francina, but she's just here a lot. Right? That's the type of commitment that you need in business. Business is difficult. Business is not easy. Business is difficult. But at DuePoint, we try and make it simple and risk-free for everybody so that you can get involved in it, where there's lots of upside and very little downside. The downside is that you waste your time. I don't want people to waste their time. So as I said, we've got hundreds of testimonies. We've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. Everybody is different. Everyone is different. You must decide your level of commitment. You're not deciding what you want. Everyone wants things. You've got to decide what you're willing to do for it, right? And so that's the decision I'm going to ask you towards the end of the presentation. On top of the money we pay our wealth engineers at the end of every single month, we've got a rewards program. The XP rewards program rewards you when your channel size gets to certain milestones. We call them ranks. The first notable reward that you get is probably at rank 5. So at rank 5, you get a business toolkit from DuePoint valued at about 1,200 rand. We give you everything that you need to look like a professional. I do everything in my power to make you look good when you do business with DuePoint. When you come to our offices, you see a fancy podium like this, you see the fancy DuePoint sign, the building is nice, the people are nice, they're in their 20s, they've got ties on. I'm not really in my 20s. Right? Business is very much about first impressions. When we look at people and we make a judgment call, it is always about whether we can trust that person. You look at that guy on the stage and you go, can I trust this guy on stage telling me all these good things, right? We give you tools to make you look trustworthy. We believe in ourselves 100%, but someone who you meet for 5 minutes needs to make a judgment call quickly. You're asking them to come to an intro presentation for 35 minutes. They want to see that you've got business cards, that you've got a DuePoint book, even maybe a DuePoint cap and a pen. They go, okay, this person looks legitimate. Let me come sit for 35 minutes and see what they're doing. At rank 7, to make that impression even greater, at rank 7, we get you business cards that cost us 17,000 rand to manufacture. Why? Because they take ages to manufacture and they are very expensive to get done. Again, if you put a 17,000 rand business card on the table, people will give you time to tell them about DuePoint, right? They've never seen a 17,000 rand business card in their lives before. And then to make your impressions even greater, at rank 9, we take you and your family on a business class trip to a 5-star luxury resort for 7 days, all expenses paid trip for you and your family every single year for the rest of your life. When you get to rank 9, you've hit 1,000 products in your qualified channel. If you maintain that and keep growing your channel, you come with us every single year with your family. This is a prospecting tool. When people see you being successful, your trust and credibility go through the roof, right? We always model ourselves on what we see. Children model themselves on their parents. In business, we model ourselves against successful people. And so when people see you successful, when people see that you're able to fly business class, when you're able to go to a resort that costs 200,000 Rand a week to stay at, they go, I want to follow this person. I should have joined them when they spoke to me 6 months ago. Right? So take a look. This is our Rank 9 trip from the last 2 occasions. Thank you. And it's available for every single one of you. Every single person. You just have to decide how quickly you want to get to rank 9. How does that look for everybody? That's available for everyone in the room. I told everyone already, 2 weeks ago we block booked all the business class tickets to Mauritius. We've already picked the resort in Mauritius. It's different to the ones you saw there. 5-star luxury, and it costs about 200,000 Rand a week to stay there per family. Right? You get to feel what it feels like to be wealthy. Our business is about creating wealthy individuals, right? So it's a taster of what's to come, because if you can get to rank 9, you can get to rank 14. Then you're going to the Mediterranean on a cruise every single year. 2 ranks later, we buy you a car. Costs us we'll spend about 250,000 Rand. You can choose whichever car you want. But most importantly, it's a car without a debit order at the end of the month. Why? Because we want you to become debt-free as quickly as possible. If we can pay for your family vacation every single year, if we can pay for the car that you drive around, how much closer are you to becoming wealthy? By rank 9, you're earning about 20,000 Rand a month. By rank 11, you're earning about 30,000 Rand a month. And people have done that. People have done rank 9 in 5 months. People have done rank 11 in under 2 years. So I'll say to you again, the decision is not what you want, It's what you're willing to do for it, right? But our business is actually built on the backbone of the products that we innovate. So the products have also wealth in mind. But from what point of view? From the point of view of wealth protection, of protecting your value to your family, the value that you've spent years building assets, right? The insurance products and the investment products are focused around wealth protection. Access Wealth is our first product. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand a month. It's an insurance and investment product rolled into one. The investment aspect is 100 Rand that gets invested in your name into a tax-free investment fund. You've got full access to that fund. You can withdraw your funds at any stage. The insurance aspect is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover that pays you out upon any accidental death. So we don't do medicals. We don't profile you from a health risk point of view. We pay out if you die in an accident, right? No questions asked. Then Wealth Guard is insurance only. It's 249 Rand a month. It gives you 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. And the beauty of our products is that we try to make them accessible to everybody without discrimination. So you can be at any age above the age of 18. You can be 70 years old, diabetic with a heart condition. The premium's still 249 for you, and you still get the full 1 million Rands worth of cover. Right? The premium doesn't go up with your age. It doesn't go up when you get sick. Then we've got Family Wealth, beautiful funeral cover product. I think this is probably the best funeral cover product in the country because I'm always looking at competitors. They're always advertising on my Facebook feed. So I go look, check their premiums, check what they're offering. And I think DuePoint comes out ahead of everybody in South Africa. And this is fast becoming our most popular product. It starts at 299 Rand a month. It gives you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, covers up to 5 additional family members. You also get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. So we all have debt. We will cover 10,000 Rand of that debt upon your death. If you want to increase your cover, you can increase it up to 30,000 Rand and also up to 10 family members. And again, here we don't discriminate against pre-existing conditions. So it doesn't matter what your health status is. There's a short waiting period for anyone who comes in with pre-existing conditions or dies from a pre-existing condition. But we include everybody, and this becomes a whole-of-life product. So you have to get in on this product between the ages of 18 and 70. But once you're in, it becomes whole of life. You can get to 80, 90, 100, 110 years of we'll still cover you with this product. Whereas other products, they will cancel you when you get to 70, 75. Right? We don't cancel anyone. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower your monthly expenditure. If we want you to get to wealthy status, we need to get you to debt-free status first. This product will hopefully allow you to spend less every single month. And we've partnered with a whole bunch of different companies that have offered us discounts on their products. They've offered us additional services. We've got everything from data to airtime, a whole bunch of telecoms companies, groceries, becoming very expensive. ShopRite Checkers is a partner. Takealot. We've got a whole bunch of online retailers. We've got car manufacturers. We've got a lot of providers from the beauty industry and health industry. So we try to cover as many businesses as we think you typically spend money with every single month. So if you engage in these partners, there's a lot of value to be had out of the Wealth Points program. So those are the 4 products. Same price for everybody. Non-discriminatory. Accessible to everybody with massive benefit, right? Especially when you get access to the DuePoint system. So we've got some incentive for you too that you need to be very aware of because there's even more value if you decide to engage in the incentives that we're running. So the big incentive is called the 365 Challenge here at DuePoint. It will give you, I'm going to increase that number. So it's probably now closer to 1.3 million in benefit that you can derive. In 1 year, you can get 1.3 million Rand of benefit out of DuePoint. In 1 year. What do you have to do? You've got to connect 365 people onto your first point in 1 year. You get the whole year to do it. At the end of that whole year, if you've put 365 people in, we will give you a bonus check of 365,000 Rand on top of all the returns and rewards. You'll be earning about 50,000 Rand a month. You'll have the car, you'll have the holiday, you'll have the business cards, you'll have the business pack. You will be wealthy in a year's time. Again, I'm going to ask you, the decision is not what you want, it's what are you willing to do. From tomorrow, I'm pushing you straight into the deep end. What are you willing to do from tomorrow? Achieve a Quest. So this is a short-term incentive that runs every single month. It's for those people that need money now. I need money now. I know there's some of you that want the money now, right? Don't have time to build a channel. I need the money now. This is the incentive for you. It's called the Achiever Quest. If you bring us 10 people who all pay successfully, so they apply and they pay successfully in the same month, if you do 10 individuals, 10 new wealth engineers on your first point, we'll give you an extra 5,000 Rand. If you can do more, if you can do 20, we'll give you 10,000 Rand at the end of the month. If you can do more, if you can do 30, we will give you 15,000 Rand a month. If you can do 30 every single month for 12 months, that's 180,000 Rand, plus the 365,000 Rand, plus the car, plus the holiday, plus the overseas trip to Mauritius with your family, plus the Mediterranean cruise, plus 50,000 Rand a month. And if you think this guy must be joking, go speak to any wealth engineer and ask them if we've ever said anything that we haven't done. Go speak to anyone. Go on to Hello Peter, I don't know. Go speak to anyone. If we say we will pay you money if you do something, we will pay you money if you do something. Right? We are audited, we are regulated. We don't do funny business here at DuePoint. Right? We are trying to build long-term relationships with individuals that want to partner with us. Right? And help us build our business, not only in South Africa, but in Africa. That's our aspiration, to be the greatest wealth creation business in Africa. You need to decide if you're coming with us. That's our aspiration, right? Port Elizabeth encounter, if you're serious about business, I hope that you're going to make a list of as many people you know in the Eastern Cape and invite them to the PE encounter on the 11th of May. I'm going down. I'm going to be there for about 3-4 hours. I'm going to do a business seminar with everybody that you invite. I'm not inviting anyone. You have to go out and invite people. Right? Why? Because I'm going to help you at no charge to build your business out of the Eastern Cape. You don't want a Joburg business or wherever you live. You want a national business, right? And one day you want an international business with DuePoint. But for now, we're national, right? But you need to make a list of people in the Eastern Cape, invite them here, get them to the intro. I will help put them in your channel. I will help you create returns out of the Eastern Cape. So take note of the date. You need to register them online. It's for free, right? Go to events on our website. Just go register the guests with yourself. And what is the decision? I think I've asked you 4 times already. What is the decision? The decision is not what you want. We all want. Every day we dream about things we wish we could have. What are you willing to do for it? Tomorrow, what are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow is a great example of decision making, of intention, of the desire to change our circumstance and whether we have the accountability to follow through with action. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm asking the wealth engineers. Tomorrow is a public holiday. It's an important public holiday, right? It's Workers' Day. Workers' Day has been around for hundreds of years. Are you going to sit at home and relax, or are you going to figure out a way to make money tomorrow? Because tomorrow at 12:15 at lunchtime, we're going to be doing another business presentation. Our head executive, Brendan, is not taking the day off. He's coming here to help wealth engineers build their business. All you have to do is bring people. You only have to connect people to this business. You don't have to convince them to buy products. You don't have to convince them of anything. Just bring them. 35 minutes of their life. We'll even give free tea and coffee. That's the decision we need to make every single day, not only tomorrow, every single day. A little bit of background on Constantia, because if you become a wealth engineer this evening, what I want you to do is I want you to start developing belief in this business that you're partnering with. Belief, faith, confidence, and pride. Because if you go out and you look at someone in their eyes and you say, come look at this business called DuePoint, they have to look into your eyes and go, this person is excited and confident and proud of their business. They must be onto something good. Let me come see for 35 minutes. So go do a background check on DuePoint. If you have to be skeptical. As a guest, you must always be skeptical. Maybe that's just me speaking. I'm a skeptical person. Someone comes to sell me something, I'm like, let me Google you, buddy. I'm going to Google you before I do anything, right? So go do it. Go look at our website. Go look at Constantia's website. Go onto the FSCA, the government website. Go type in Constantia. Look at the financial licenses that we have. Go look at our history. We were founded in 1952. This is a business that's been around for 70 years, South African business. You can come visit our head office. You can come meet with the executives. You have to start building belief in this business if you want to create a relationship with this company, right? For your good, because this is going to help you prospect. There's the FSP number. That's our insurance license that we operate under. You'll see the financial licenses are outside. As per regulation, we have to have them up. They're outside. They're framed on the wall for you to take a look at. And with that, we're done. 35 minutes on the dot. A good meeting is a fast meeting. My wish for everybody, as always, the privilege of just being able to address you. I really appreciate the time that you've taken to come out, especially in the evening here in Bryanston or wherever you are over the live stream. My wish for everybody, and this is one of the deepest aspirations we have for this business, is to be part of the solution in our country. And that is to make you prosperous, to allow you to understand that you have the power to bring prosperity into your life and to your family's lives. Not for just you and your family, but perhaps for generations. Right? We usually get stuck in what we call generational debt or generational wealth. Maybe you'll be the person that empowers your family to start creating wealth. Right? You have that power. Many South Africans are not going to say the word prosperity in 2019. They won't. That is not a word that's going to be common in South Africa this year. But I'm telling you, at DuePoint, you've got the power to create prosperity for yourself. And that is my wish for you. So I do. I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck for 2019. I wish to see you at the end of the year on Facebook saying 2019 was a good year. A good year. Right? That's my true wish. There will be people that do it. Everybody can do it. Only a few will. But I know everyone's got the ability. So I wish you good luck nevertheless. Thank you.